morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time of day this is for you there. Welcome morning for me. Therapy Thursday mornings, and I think this is going to be my last week on here for a while. Maybe I'll do some dancing things or whatever, but I really got to focus within and get my stuff going. Writing keeps coming up to me, painting. I want to do painting, all that. I just love my little studio. Just sit in my studio and create. That's what I would really like to do right now. You know, I still have taken, the therapy and had professional training. I'm not registered or anything like that, I'm done through all the case studies, but I'm still qualified for psychoeducational stuff, to teach that, to co-facilitate groups and whatever, do workshops. There's other trainings that I've had too, and certificates that I've got. So there's a pretty multifaceted being over her. I like to tailor it to suit the needs, because not everybody's the same. There's not one size fits all, Oh, and if you're working with people, that's kind of who I'm feeling called to work with more, right? Those frontline workers, those ones going through the vicarious victimization, all of that, those ones that, we need to clear out our own traumas, because we're going to keep attracting clients to us, that's going to remind us of our own stuff. We don't want to be projecting our stuff or whatever that is. Whatever that is for you. So I hope you enjoyed my channel. I'd love to hear from you, hear what you got out of it, Share it around if you're getting something out. That's the way to pay that forward too, to help out, get out there. Just not getting as much. And I appreciate all those the ones that have reached out to me. I got to communicate with some subscribers. I got to know a couple of them pretty good and love them very much. And, I love you all very much. So, but I need to, it's begin within. That's, I got to practice what I preach here too, right? So, you got to begin within. It's starting to feel more draining, because it does. It's physical effort, everything. It's, so it's having an effect, and I need to keep the positive things going if I'm going to keep this place going. I work so hard, I'm 46 years old. I'm going to put my life on hold. But I was going out to BC, and again, that was for me, but still got held up. And I'm not complaining at all. I'm glad that I was able to be there. Me and my friend, to be there for my other friend from theater group. So we were held back a month helping her clean out her place and stuff. I felt bad that I had to ask for money for that, because we were still trying to make our way across Canada, right? So, but that's the thing. I'd rather just give and not receive. And you know what? There's just parts of trauma and stuff in there too. But now's the time I need to receive, and that's hard for me. I'm open. I'm open to that, but then it's hard. I don't want to be that one that fights that help either. But I try and be honest about what it is that I need. And if something isn't helping me, I try to be honest about that. I don't mean to hurt somebody's feelings. I know they have the best intentions, but I need to speak up when that help isn't helping. And do you have that too? Do you have a hard time? Because their intentions are best, but really what they're doing is hurting more. So how do I speak up? Because I know they love me. I know they don't mean to hurt me. And I've gone through that a lot. So then I make people feel better for hurting my feelings, Oh, don't worry. No, it's just me. I'm sensitive. It's my trauma. I took it that way because that's how I was raised, right? I chose to take on and take offense or be hurt by what somebody else says. But if I said anything else, that was also my responsibility. The things I said that hurt other people. So it's like everybody was excused they could hurt me. So it's a hard thing in my brain to bring together. And I know I'm not the only one. That's why I share it. If anybody struggles like that too, there is hope. It's still, I still connect with that divine. I still recognize, right? Creator keeps sending. There is actual people here walking this earth too that do care. People get caught up in their own lives as well. It's not caught up. You're living your life. Life gets busy, and sometimes we want to be there for people and we can't. So we can always send our prayers and those positive instead of the worrying, those well wishes and seeing them doing well. My dog got out last night. My girl left the door open and she cried, "She's gone forever." I said, "Look, let's not panic like she's gone forever now and put out that energy that we're never going to see her again. Start calling in and asking, for that help." And then we got the dog back. A couple neighbors across their help. It was the first time she got out at nighttime. And I'm just so grateful. She doesn't bite anybody or anything. But that's getting tough. I'm just getting overwhelmed. So need to cut back on things where I can. And just little things that make a big difference. And I just really got to focus on me and realize it's not selfish to do that. But I got to love myself the way I love others. Got to give to myself what I've given to others. It's really at the end of the day, right? Don't go out searching the one you want to spend the rest of your life with. Be the one you want to spend the rest of your life with, because no matter what, you are spending the rest of your life with you. There is no escaping ourselves. Oh, there's many ways we try, don't we? But we can't. I mean, we can't escape that baby inside. We might not have these baby bodies anymore, but that baby is still there. We're still that being that came out of our mother's womb. Whatever that is for you. And calling back all of our energies from the east, path, illumination, and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south, waters, the emotions, the innocence, place of childhood. Calling back all of our energies from the west, the earth, the physical, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom years. We walk the red road, our earth walk. Goes from south in childhood, right? Ritual of joy. We're little bundles of joy. That's our purpose as babies, bringing this joy to the world, helping us all to remember where we all started, how we all began. Every single human being on this earth, no exceptions, started from that little ova and the sperm. Right? Death and rebirth, we go through many, right? This little baby, there's a death and rebirth at the toddler body, and then the child body, and then the adult body. Look at how many deaths and rebirths we go through. Do we let that happen? These are natural cycles. Or is there some things we try to hang on to long after? Ooh, right? They should be gone. Now it's starting to rot. Or, people hang around. What was that? I saw a sign. Visitors like fish begin to stink after 3 days, or something like that. Do we overstay our welcome some places? Do we not put down our boundaries and say, "Look, you're kind of imposing on my time here. It was okay for you to be here for this long, but now it's time for you to go"? Whatever that is. I don't know what that is. But death and rebirth, do we allow things to their natural cycles, or we try to resist? Right? We try to maintain as it is, but that is not sustainable. What is that for you? East to west is the blue road of spirit. We go into retreat. We must retreat. Return to that source. Inside. Right? East to west as we go. See that we're always connected. We've always got, earth and sky connection. We be the bridge, right? That's the only time you allow somebody to walk over you, if you're being that human bridge, right? But then what if everybody walks over you and you're left in that bridge position? Nobody's there to help you back out of that bridge. How do you get yourself across then? So don't just instantly throw yourself down. Know that, hey, somebody's going to stick around to help you get back up after you've been the bridge. What is that? And notice, have you done that? Have you just walked over somebody as a human bridge and just kept on going and not turned around to see if they were able to get themselves back up from that bridge? I don't know. What is that for you? East to west, the blue road of spirit. This is the ideas and needs manifested. That's how we look inside. We retreat. We go inside and we see what things came about. When things came easy, when it was hard, was that for us? Because when we worked hard for it, did we really enjoy it? And then what happened then? I used to think, right, success is always sweeter when your troubles are more, right? But not always. Sometimes we don't appreciate it. Sometimes we worked hard to find out that wasn't for us anyway. So we work so hard for it just for it to be, what is that? So, do you want all your ideas? Be careful what you wish for, all that, right? Well, you don't know what you got till it's gone. All those kinds of things. Having a look back at that. Above, below, whoop, and within. Whoop, 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 whoop. We'll spread them around too. Whoop, whoop. Spread 'em around. Spread 'em around. Ow, 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 ow. I said 11:17 is in there. Okay. Split those up. And we'll get them moving on. Oh. Noticing the needs. Below and within. There we go. Noticing the needs. And then this one. Throw this little rock up there. Maybe I hope it's going to stay up there. Ow. Okay, right? We're noticing those needs. Apprentices of joy and healing. So that we all need that. This world needs healing. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for every one of us. Right? I love that song, don't you? Because that's what this world really, really needs. That's what we all need. Noticing those needs. The apprentice of joy and healing. Healing through that joy. Because we can learn just as much from joy. You know, there's always going to be struggles in life, but we don't have to suffer through them. Right? If we want to be in that non-attachment, detachment, like let go of that attachment to suffering. Because do we have an attachment to suffering? What have we been taught? Can you find the joy in your sorrows? And through all that pain? Like to childbirth, that can look like suffering. You're suffering through hours and hours of pain. Sometimes it's a struggle, or sometimes it's just, it's part of that process. So you sit with it, you let it go, you notice those needs. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to shift here, I need to rock this way. What is that? I have to notice our own needs, right? The devotion of joy and healing in ourselves, of opening up to that higher power and not expecting another person, another human being to complete us, right? But maybe we're sharing that because then we're sharing our stories. So that's the devotion. It's to share our stories. Show others that they're not alone. We are in this together. No exceptions. Absolutely no exceptions. So we notice those needs. We begin within our own. So that we're not projecting them on somebody else. Because that's what I needed. That's what this baby needed. So I'm pushing that on somebody else. But it might not be actually what they needed. You know? So let's look at that overall. Therapy Thursdays, thankful Thursdays, thankful for this time I had with you. And there is 3 years of videos here, so I ain't leaving you with nothing. Right? But if you get something out of them, maybe start sharing them out. That would be very nice, right? So that money, at least it's continuing on. It's paying that forward. It's getting it out there to whoever it's there to help. Okay, we're going to go with this one down here. And that one over her. So that giveaway, right? It's releasing. Maybe that's what it is, right? Sharing. Sharing. If you've gotten something from it, do we keep things to ourselves? Oh, I learned this. I'm going to keep that to myself. I ain't telling anybody because I want everybody to come to me for that. What is that? There's plenty that do that, isn't that? Is that you? Or with grace and ease? Do you release with grace and ease? Or do you keep hanging on? No. Let me try it one more time. Let me do it this way. Let me do it that way. Leave me. Ay, caramba. Need something snugger on here now, hey? Babies. That's the jittery things going on. That's fine. There we go. Release. Do you do that with grace and ease? The swan. Are you still trying to be that duck now that you're a swan? Are you still trying to be a swan even though you're the duck? You know, are you trying to be something that you're not? Because when we're slipping into that, it comes. It's easy and graceful just to be ourselves. But did somebody say that wasn't accepted? So let's release, right? And maybe that's relationships and things like that. We need to allow those to go. Death and rebirth, right? We keep hanging on to those old relationships, right? You know, you don't want to be with the wrong one when the right one comes along. Even in those friendships and stuff, too, when we don't have room, right? If we keep ourselves busy with this friend that keeps draining us or person or whatever, we're not seeing who's given over here. We're going to lose this good friend over here. get drained and then end up with nothing. What is that for you? I don't know. So what comes to you with grace and ease? What feels to just flow, right? And what is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to release? Give it up to source, right? It's surrender, back to the earth, okay. And then follow that guidance that we're given. Instead of trying to make things happen, we can't force it. Can try. Doesn't always work now, does it? Okay. Let's reflect. We're doing, because that retreat came up. Let's do the retreat first. Look at inside that woman energy. This one up her. Okay. Look at inside, reflecting on it. The creative energy, remember? Feminine energy is that creative energy, the sensual energy. The male energy is the action, the doing. So we need both of them. What is it that you're missing out on, right? We bring it in. The unity and wholeness achieved. We bring that in within ourselves. It's going to stop it outside. We stop the wars inside. Maybe we'll stop the wars outside. Who knows? Let's give her a try. But begin within. It starts with you. That's the laws, right? It follows the flow, right? The intention follows attention. Attention follows intention. Okay, I got to move this little light is burning over here because it slid way over there. Ow! So I want to move it over so we don't break it, and the glass is over here. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. Looks like I was going to set that label on fire on the outside. Oh, see? And it just moves over some more still. Excuse me while I'm fixing my candles. Fixing the light. I gotta fix the light. What are we looking at over here? Which one was that, right? The law, the spiritual laws, not just the man laws. Mud goes up, muds come down, all this kind of blah, 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 blah. Right? The unity and wholeness achieved. That's the law. We all need to come together. We need to come together within ourselves. Stop that war and fighting in here, noticing our own needs. We're not going to take it from others. Doing our own healing. So we're not acting from that place of pain, right? Coming from that place of wholeness. From that part, that unwounded part of us, right? As we heal it, because the wounds are there, but that's that for you. We're coming all together, fully whole in ourselves, right? That whirling rainbow. You can even surround any situation or person with that to find that peaceful solution. That's the law. You pray, you open up to it. We have free will. We have to open up to that source to come in and help us, right? Even if there was this biggest divine plan, we get to choose all those details and things like that, right? This is the way you got to go, right? We play on a game board, a board game, and all it's going to go the same way, but each game can be different, even though the pieces and all that don't change. What is that for you? Well, let's look at that, the laws. Law is that there's many different paths as there are people, because we're all on personal journeys, so we all have our personal paths. So let's release that there's only one way, and with grace and ease, let's accept all. Right? We're not going to push ours on anybody else, and we're not going to allow it to be pushed on us. Not with a push back, by going, okay, well, you do your thing over there. I'm going to go over here and do my thing, okay? Because your thing's needed over here. Maybe my thing's needed over there. So I'm not going to push and quarrel. What is that? We need to end that struggle inside of ourselves. Bring that unity and wholeness inside ourselves. First and foremost, right? It begins within, and then you see it out. Okay. On her she be. Then we take this action. And we take these actions, right? Oh, reflections. We're always looking at that reflections instead of a blame, shame, blah-blah-de-blah. Whenever we're having those patience and seeing, it's our internal timing. We look at, what is this reflecting to me in my life? Oh, that person just pissed me off, did this, whatever. What is that reflecting to me in my life? Have I done this somewhere in my life? Has this been done to me before? How did I handle it then? Maybe this is an opportunity for me to stand up for myself now. Instead of, oh, here it goes. This is happening to me again. Each time something comes in our life, remember, we're in a spiral. We're in a spiral. We're not going in circles. You could keep going in circles, or maybe you just missed that link to get you up. Might be the same tree, but each time we're on a different level of that tree. So if we look at it that way, instead of, oh, here I am again and again and again, and this is the same stuff. Let's have patience with ourselves and look and see. No, this is an opportunity to use my new skills, to keep practicing. Because that's how. Practice makes perfect. Practice progressively perfects. Right? Because nothing's ever really perfect. Well, except for everything. It's in divine and perfect order always, no matter what it looks like to us. So if we can rest in that and have patience, right? What is our impatience reflecting to us? We trying to make something happen. We're not seeing it as a reflection. All right. Are we seeing something in somebody else that's trying to, bring up something to us in our psyches, but we keep denying it because we don't want to see that in ourselves? I don't know, what is that for you? What parts of you are calling to become together with grace and ease? What is that? What needs to be released? What do you keep going at, but you just need to release that? Whoo! Right? Give it up to the source. Right? Check in, check up. Quiet that mind because, right? Guidance comes. That's still quiet voice, right? We can't get quiet. And why? There's a lot of us that don't want to get quiet because the reflections start coming back. But we're not going to be able to get to that unity and wholeness of Jesus until we start doing that and seeing the reflections and actively seeing and seeking in us, right? And acknowledging, yes, I did that. I said this person was a horrible person for that. I thought they were evil. I did that myself. But now I have this deeper understanding. So I know I'm not evil. Maybe I am. I don't know. What is that for you? We need to look at that. Each in our own selves. It all begins within. What is your life reflecting to you? What have you been reflecting back to life? Ooh, are you reflecting or projecting? I don't know. Right? We see all these viewpoints and options. What were you told? What was the ones that you take? Hey, maybe you went down the wrong path. And no matter how far you went down the wrong path, you can turn around. Go down another one. Or maybe maybe you went down that wrong path because there was another road you needed to take. And that was the only way to get it, was to go down this wrong path to be able to get to the right path. What is that? I don't know. See how it's showing up in your life. There's Lizard again. What are you dreaming into being? Because, right, the attention follows the intention. What was I looking at there? It's a 39. This one's a 36. That's why it looks similar. Right? What are you dreaming into being? Or are you even dreaming at all? Maybe you're not. You're just letting it go. Well, okay, and you're just following along everybody else's viewpoints and options that you're not making up your mind. Because maybe, hey, I did that a little bit too. Maybe I just don't have an opinion. Right? No, I don't have any options, so we're not seeing all those options that are out there. This isn't an option. I can't do that because, only people that do this get that. I don't know. What is that for you? You noticing your needs? What are you doing? And how do you go out and achieve them? Do you sit there and dream it, and not take any actions? Because we still need to take actions. Dreaming into being, and even for miracles, that's the law. We still need to do. Right? There's that action, the reflection and the action. There has to be, right? Death and rebirth. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It's that constant flow. Right? In and out. We're going in these cycles. It's that breathing. In and out. Spiraling out and spiraling in. Spiraling out. And it's spiraling down. Spiraling up. Spiraling down. Spiraling up. Oh, coming in. Whatever that is for you. Right? So with grace and ease, we're looking at that. What needs to be released in our own life so that we can now move freely with grace and ease. What is that struggle? Because we're ending struggle. Begins within. Ending that struggle, the peacemaker, mediation. Wow, look at that. The peacemaker interfacing the world. This would be the Hierophant in the traditional deck. And the Hierophant is about tradition. Right? We can show them the door, but it's up to them to walk through. What is that? Have you been seeing the door and you're not taking that? You're not walking through that? Have you been showing? Oh, look at you are a little swan. There is your swan family over there, but do you stay with the ducks? What is that? We can release. We can see, oh, look we can tap into that unlimited potential inside of us by tuning into that source inside of us. Because we're all connected. We are the earth and sky connection, right? Interfacing the world. We are the whirling rainbow. Warriors of peace. What is that? What is that? And what is that in your life? How's that showing up in your life, right? Release. 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 Find your peace. And whatever will be, will be. But you can sway that, because sometimes we think, it's just going to be like this, or whatever. Viewpoint's an option. Just be kind of swayed and pulled along. But are we coming in control? That's the law. We can tune into that source and say, okay, guide me in your ways, or in divine will, not my will. Divine timing, not my timing. Whatever that is for you. But you need to be, we all need to be at peace in ourselves, bringing our full selves together and accepting our whole selves. Because if we're not accepting of our whole selves, then are we going to let anybody else accept us? Right? Are we going to recognize that call? Because we're like, I'm not unworthy. Who's going to be calling me? Right? I ain't going to be no chosen one. But we recognize that call and we go. We need to take that action. Doubt is overcome by action, and then that frees your spirit. And we see there's plenty for all. I'm not going to take this because that means somebody goes without if I take mine. Well, no. Somebody doesn't go without. Or do you even consider it like that? Do you recognize the call and you go, take it, I'm taking this one. Oh, I recognize their call. I'm going over there because I'm getting that call. What is that? I don't know. We're looking inside. Have we been getting that call for action? And we haven't? Because we thought, well, if I go do this, I'm going to leave somebody without. If I go do those things I'm being called to do for myself, that helps others too. Right? But I'm just seeing as it helps me. Right? I mean, for me personally. I'm going to food banks and things like that. I don't want to take from somebody else. My kids wouldn't eat half the stuff. If it's going in garbage, I'm feeling guilty that I'm taking it away, right? So what do we do to ourselves then to hold ourselves back from what we all deserve? If you're not taking advantage, and that's not, then you're not going to take advantage. If that's the law, if you follow those laws, you have that integrity inside yourself. Okay, trust. And then recognize that call. There's plenty for all. I wanted this home, all this, because it's not just for me. It's at peace. So there's a peaceful place, right? That's the law. Your home should be a soft place to fall. This is what I'm trying. So let's begin within these homes. These homes and the homes we live in, the one we live on, and respecting all. Right? That's the law, because we all belong here. We all belong here. No exceptions. No exceptions. You belong here. I hope you stay, because this world would be missing out without you here in it, okay? It needs all of our light. It needs all of us to shine as brightly as we can. Right? Taking our time and relaxing when we need to, but looking at those reflections, those ants, having some patience. Sometimes we think it should be here now, or we can feel something coming. We feel it so close that we try to make it happen. Sometimes we try to make it happen with the one right there in front of us. Whatever that is, that was an explosion of cards all over the place there. Right? When we're not seeing it as a reflection, we're not seeing it as an image or as a possibility. That's how I look at that, is each relationship, right? We kind of learn what it is that we don't want, right? Oh, this was an attraction. Oh, okay, but I didn't like this, but I didn't like that. So then we learn what we don't want, and hey, nothing wrong with you. This is our energies aren't mixing anymore. So I'm going to release you to find somebody that you mix better with, or whatever that is. Right? So let's look at that. All of our relationships are reflections to us, and let's have patience in them. Right? Because we need to balance those out. And how are they balanced? Are your relationships balanced? And you. It's not that they're not giving to me. You look at you. Do you continue to give to somebody who's not reciprocating that? Looking at ourselves. No blame, no shame. So that's the restoration of the balance. That's the justice card in the traditional deck. And look, it's the grandmother and grandfather under there holding up the world, right? Because everything we do, we're going to be leaving this earth to those younger generations. And each and every one is important. Even all the little snakes and crawlers and stuff under there that helps to transmute that shit and those poisons. Everything is needed. Everyone is essential. No exceptions. So we find that in yourself and see you as that. Not above, below, as part of. See that reflection. We all have a job to do here. We're all built for those jobs. And it's just finding. The ant doesn't need to be told. Ants don't have supervisors. They're built for their job. They just go do it. And an ant on its own wanders aimlessly. Doesn't know what to do because they are like one brain. Even though there's thousands of ants in the colony, they are and work as one brain. Right? There is that balance in their system. And so we need to do that in ourselves first. Begins within. Balancing inside balances without. Knowing that you are worthy just as everyone else is. Everyone. No exceptions. No exceptions. Nobody's more worthy than anybody else. That's infinity within, the grandmothers. Infinity within. We're looking at our intuitions. Right? Intuition and infinity within, the grandmothers. This would be the moon card. 18. And we have another 18 up here. 8 here. Whirling rainbow. Spirit warriors of peace, right? We can do that. Be the peacemakers in our own lives. It all begins within. Right? What were the options that you took? What were the things that you were looking at, right? And then we balancing those. The Ace of Bowls, the Ace of Cups in the traditional deck. The offering of love. What is it that you're offering to the world, right? It's not about noticing the needs. What the world needs is more people to come alive, right? So what lights your fire? What brings you to life? Because that's what we need. Otherwise, we're all really just a bunch of zombies walking around here on this earth going, oh yeah, this is the way it is. Oh, brains. Need brains. What is that for you, that offering of love? Maybe there's a cup that's been offered to you and you're denying it because you don't feel you're worthy. What is that for you? I want to see what's underneath the mudder there. Steadfast mind. Steadfast mind. Alluring through opposition. Swimming in the eternal light. And gathering together. The Five of Bowls. This is what we need to do. Gathering our own self together. Our own hearts and minds. Right? Offering that love. We hear that call. Oh, there's my chance, right? Take that action. Antelope, come up there. Take that action. You go offer. You don't just go take it. You go, okay, here it is. I see. I noticed a need here. You know, is this just my perceiving, my projecting, whatever? Is this what you really need? Because I could help with this need. Here is my special talent. Is this what you need? And even if that might be the thing that they need most, we can't force that on anybody. We can offer. We make that offer. And if somebody doesn't, we can't make anybody take it. Even if it is the exact thing that they need. We need to find that within ourselves. Because we're not going to accept anything from anybody else until we find that in ourselves. Really? Maybe? I don't know. What's it all say to you? Anyways, have a beautiful, blessed week. And happy Thursday. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what this world needs you. To be you. Fully, holy, and true. Or else this world misses out on the gift that is you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Love you. Empower, not overpower. Wonderful, blessed day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.